Hello, it's 6:26 p.m. Well, I just went to do laundry and I'm done washing, but now I'm drying my clothes. So I'm two doors away from the front office, and the front office is closed today. And so I just now got done switching my clothes from the washer to the dryer. And all I know is I left the laundry room and I smelled something that smelled like strong weed for a split second. So I'm wondering, where's that smell coming from? And so they had a white male gang stalking neighbor that was a couple of doors down from the laundromat, which is right next to the front office. And he had his arms folded and giving me a vicious, mean look. But I didn't see any cigarette or any weed in his, well, not cigarette, but I didn't see any weed in his hands. But he had both of his arms folded and giving me this mean look like he wanted to fight me. And he was wearing a white t-shirt, a small white t-shirt, and blue jeans, like kind of light blue, like medium to light blue jeans. And he gave me this mean look like he wanted to fight me or something, So that's it. The weed probably was coming from his room. So then, the instant I opened the door to come back in here, it was a white female that drove up in a somewhat new Nissan Altima, I think, and with the Louisiana license plate, and she came onto the property as I was walking into my motel room. So it's like, well, I'm hoping that won't harm me. That and it's the day before a job interview. So I'm feeling anxious about that. Tomorrow I have to be there by 9 o'clock in the morning. And it's a little more than somewhat higher paying job, supposedly a higher paying job opportunity than the job that I've been having. And, due to this targeting, I'm trying to have faith of a grain of mustard seed and try to tell myself, trying to think optimistic, but then I have my fears, of making a blank trip, or because it has happened, with the pest control jobs and stuff, and a few other job opportunities that was higher pay than $10 or $12 an hour. I don't even get a. They make sure I don't even get a call back. So yeah, I mean, that's one of the things that's discouraging for me. With going job hunting, and I told y'all about this push and this hardcore pressure for me to find another job as soon as possible. And then they think that I can just land a job any and everywhere, when I can't work just any and every job because of my disability. And then me being blacklisted, people don't hire me. So it's like, in the most recent YouTube live stream that I did, online perps who I've never seen before you try to use it against me and throw it in my face, saying you recently quit 2 jobs and stuff like that. Like, you don't even know me. So it's I mean so it's like, as I said, I'm blocked from being allowed to make any money off my ebooks or my short stories or anywhere. And they won't allow you to be independent. It's like they want to force you to be, like they want to force me to stay a 38-year-old child. The narcissistic gang stalkers want to try to force me to stay a 38-year-old child and won't allow me to be independent and make me feel bad about, wanting to do things that people my age normally do. Or I'm not allowed to know things that a 38-year-old, usually your average 38-year-old knows. So it's like they want to force me to stay a 38-year-old child, and then they turn around and laugh and say that Candy acts like a 4-year-old in a 38-year-old's body. But it's pretty immature to bully, harass, and laugh and stalk and follow and threaten somebody. But I have to be constantly reminded of how childish and immature and irresponsible I am, and that I don't make sense. And I didn't think that the foster mom's abuse was going to carry on to my adulthood and the same patterns of abuse from people who don't even know me. So, that you're not mature enough, or you're not responsible enough, or you don't have the mentality or the sense to drive. That's been having me frustrated. Or you have no business driving, or you have no business being on the road. And that's, has me frustrated. So frustrated. And it's like all these fake gangsters, thugs, and criminals can get access to cars and stuff. And I'm neither one of those things. And I'm trying to do what's right. But then the so-called Christian aspect try to falsely make it like you're covetous for wanting a car or needing. But it's like, I need a car. So other people can talk all the time that they need a car, and they're like, oh, because they already have a car, so that's why it's okay for them to have the necessity for a new one. But one thing with us targeted individuals is supposed targets make it like as if I'm supposed to accept my enslavement and not fight back and not fight for my rights, for my equal rights. But other professed targets say that you need to learn how to stop being a punk and stand up for yourself. Or, go stand up and fight. So, on the one hand, if I gotta be, the idea of being forced to accept my enslavement and say, you don't get any rights as a TI. Don't you understand that? But, the fake TI perps have told me stuff like that. So, I'm wondering, how is it that children can access guns more easily than I can have access to a car to improve and better my life? And the constant reminder that, you don't have the common sense to drive, or you're not mature enough to drive. And that's been eating me up so much lately. And I had a car for over a year, a long time ago. And so then, with those thoughts in my head, when I finally do get the opportunity to drive, it make me feel like somebody who's doing something wrong, or something that I'm not supposed to be doing, or like I don't have any business doing that. But people want to say, forget about the foster mom, she's not in your life anymore. But the same abuse is coming from people who, from people who, they're acting the same way towards me, but that they're not the foster mom, but I'm getting the same abuse from people. So, it's mentally agonizing every day. I can't even express myself as good as I would like to. And they got wicked people, and every day they got people who are unfit to drive or have access to a vehicle. But and people, they damn sure get into car crashes every day or get pulled over every day. And and as I said, other professed targeted individuals don't even want me driving or having a car while they have one. And they got some professed targets who act like as if they don't even want me with housing. And it's like I can't even get really any support. And I'm just, you know, feeling so super, like, deep down depressed. And people who say that they're Christian and they're supposed to be targeted individuals, if there's a dispute between me and that person, then they act unmerciful and unforgiving towards me, or act like they think it's supposed to be a form of punishment to show me what it's like to be, you know, to be perped. And it's like other professed targeted individuals, try to discipline and handle me and act narcissistic and treat me like a punching bag when they don't have that same energy, they don't have that same physical or mental energy for their perps. And it's like they kiss they kiss the perps ass and try to beg for acceptance from their perps. But then I'm another target who you reject and you think you're better than me. And I'm just feeling a certain kind of way right now. I don't even know how to express my emotions right now. My disbelief that if they have all these targets and I can't find not one person, everybody else has, turned their backs on me, and I feel like an invisible knife in my back or in my heart. And these same supposed targeted individuals who wouldn't stand up to me being bullied by the cyber bullied by the online perps, and then they falsely accuse me of being the one to be full of drama. But I gotta hear them tell me about altercations or arguments that they go through with people. And they're the first, if you straight up say, I'm not going to defend you against the online perps, but then you turn around and beg me saying that, please don't let the media believe that I was crazy and stuff like that. Well, since you wouldn't stick up for me, I'm not going to stick up for you. And then you turn around and get hateful and block me for no reason, without cause. And I haven't even done you anything. You're supposed to be Christian like me. And as I say, professed Christian targeted individuals, they're unmerciful and unforgiving towards me. And if you're still kissing the ass of people who perp you, or TIs who have flipped and turned into perps, you're still chasing after them and idolizing them and kissing their ass. But, one little mistake that you perceive of me to make, or one way you get offended about me when I didn't intend to be offensive, and then, you get smart ass and say, you could delete my number on your phone right now. I'm like, who are you talking to like that? And you're 8 years younger than me, or you're 14 years younger than me. But then, somebody, if you get into an altercation with another TI, you complain to me about it. But when I complain to you, we all complain about what the perps do. We all complain about what the perps do. So what makes your complaining better than my complaining? That's like when you're an obese fat person and you think that your fat is better than my fat. I mean, if you're 100 pounds bigger than me telling me I need to lose weight. Or you call me a fat greedy pig. But you're fatter than me. And I know I'm fat. But I'm not trying to make this video full of negativity, but I'm having like a lot of, painful emotions right now and having nobody I can talk to. Nobody I can talk to. That's supposed to be Christian. And I don't want to associate with New Agers and Satanists and occultists and people who go seek after tarot card readers. I'm not talking about y'all. I'm talking about people who, supposedly, believe in the Lord. But, I mean, it's, so much hate and hostility and, hunger for power and control. I don't get it. But, just thanks for listening to me vent and allowing me to vent. Because I've been having emotions that's really been eating me up lately. Really been eating me up lately. And so, on one hand, you want to say that you see how you're hated by the world, or nobody likes you because you're chosen by God. And angels are watching over you and protecting you. But then you're the same person who targeted like me and supposedly a Christian, and then you turn around and stab me in the back. And then I realized that you were fake the whole friendship, the whole year or two that we've been talking. I realized that you've been fake the whole time. But, I can't even get answers to my worries and my questions about why things are the way that they are. And why people are acting the way that they are. I'm glad I was able to release, feeling like, release my, what I'm thinking. How I've been feeling lately. And just because you're going through depression, people want to assume you're not praying. Or they want to say you haven't been praying, or you don't read your Bible. And stuff like that. All these just attacks and hate and condemnation from everybody. If Jesus didn't come into the world to condemn but to save, but people can be modern day Pharisees and self-righteous and have their nose turned up and have elitist mentality, and rather to just punch and spiritually and psychologically and mentally punch and kick. I'm getting spiritual abuse from all sides, from everybody. And I'll say that I think spiritual abuse is worse than sexual. I'm going to say it's more of a mind fuck than sexual abuse. Or any other abuse. That people use this right here to abuse you. How and why? And make me feel like I'm the only sinner while everybody else is righteous, no matter how crooked they are. And it's like, I'm wondering, how is it everybody's, deserves a better life than me, or I deserve to be punished with being homeless and jobless and, forced to, be unhappy. And it's like, if you see all these wicked people who live in a comfortable life, and then you got to be reminded, well, God is not blessing you because of your sins. Well, if that was the case, then why aren't all these wicked rich people, why aren't, I don't go around trying to do people evil things and stuff like that. So all these people walking around scamming and doing people dirty in order to get ahead in life. And people hate me for being too honest. They think they shake their head and call me a dumbass for being so honest. I mean, and it seems like almost exclusively, not exclusively, I said almost. I mean, there might be a few targets who watch my channel, but not real. They don't really comment really, but or not that much. But almost exclusively perps watch my videos, and I can tell that they go back and watch the videos over and over again and try to it seems like as if they try to get my life experiences down packed, like as if they want to try to study everything I say in my videos, and I can tell they go back and rewind or replay the videos over and over again, or try to stalk everything I do, and I don't understand how they have time on their hands to do that. And they need to mind their own business and not be a busybody in other men's matters. And so I'm just crying out for help and emotional support, and have nobody really. But I'm talking about people who are Christian. But it seems like, wow, just about everybody's fake, especially online. But then again, it's nobody you can identify with or relate to in person either. So even the TI community act like as if it's a dog eat dog world and survival of the fittest. That's how they try to act like. But well, earlier today I ordered Subway through DoorDash, and I figured that, well, maybe I might have just enough money to ride the Uber to go one way tomorrow, and then I might have to walk back. I mean, imagine walking probably over 50 blocks or something. So that might be what I have to do. I'm hoping that the $300 will come tomorrow, and then I can get me an Uber ride back, and hopefully get me a little food, and then use the rest to pay, add on to paying for this room for another week. I mean, to help add on to it. But it's really rough. I mean, people treat me like I'm the worst monster and criminal of the world. And then I get the same treatment from other targets as the perps. I mean, other targets and the perps feel like I deserve to be punished with no storage unit. I should get rid of my storage unit. I'm like, well, there was no need for me to get rid of my storage unit until I met you. I don't tell people how they should live their lives. And, it's the worst form of abuse. I feel like to be abused and controlled or traumatized by somebody that's younger than me. Well, I mean, older than me as well, but younger than me, and while I'm an adult. I know we shouldn't tolerate abuse from anybody, but I don't know. But today, I don't even know what to eat for dinner. I already had bread today with a sandwich. So I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what to I don't know. But thanks for letting me vent. But there's no guarantee that I can get, whatever jobs I applied to. But that's why I'm having my PayPal and my Cash App open, that if anybody, sometimes the end of the video cuts me off. But, I'm asking for whatever help, I can get. But people have their nose turned up and refuse to help, while other people say that they got where they are because they had help from other people, help, compassion, and support from other people. But people want to deliberately block, me from getting any help, and even other targeted individuals try to make it like, oh, you burned your bridges and stuff like that, because they even believe the lies. Y'all know how this program operates, so why you want to play like you're ignorant? So I don't know. I'm feeling angry enough that I'm feeling like I'm mad at the world right now. I'm angry with the world right now. I really am. I'm just feeling extremely sad and hurt and rejected and depressed and stuff like that. But I was saying that the video, usually cuts off before I can even, try to ask for help towards the end of the videos and stuff. And people think it's the greatest thing to hate Candy. So the video is about to shut off soon. So thanks for listening to me. I'll see y'all later.